Hey yo guys, welcome back to Toe Tags Metal Reviews, and today we're giving you guys our final review of The Sin in the Sentence by Trivium. So yo, this album for me was quite a pleasure to listen to. Front to end, I cannot say there's any song I dislike. When we listened to it first on our first impressions, there was a couple songs. Endless Night was one of them. And Otherworld was another one. Even The Revanchist were songs that I wasn't really feeling on my first impression, but I gotta say that those songs definitely grew on me. They're probably still the weaker songs on the album, especially Otherworlds and Endless Nights. They're still the weakest songs on the album, but they're good songs nonetheless. They're good songs, they're solid songs. They're a little softer than I like, they're a little more mellow, a little more radio friendly than I typically like, but they fit very well in the album. This album though has so much good stuff that even if there is a little bit of unpleasantries sprinkled in throughout the album here and there, the good stuff drowns that out completely. The Sin in the Sentence, the title track, is a phenomenal song. It's amazing. And when we did our reaction video to that, we shat on Matt's voice. We weren't that huge on the song, whatever. Seriously, when you listen to a song for the first time, you're going to have an opinion about it that might not be your final opinion.
Another thing that can also influence your first impression of music is the video. If you're watching a video,
that's true too.
It can definitely, like, if you're distracted by the video, then it might take away from what you feel about the song.
But the more I listen to the album, the more that song grew on me, and I love it so much. It's like a perfect song. Matt sounds amazing. I take back anything I said about him not sounding good. He sounds amazing throughout this entire album. His voice is great, both harshes and cleans. Heart From Your Hate is another song, which I liked for the first time I heard that, but that song, man, it's just it's a powerful song. It really is. It's well written, it's well performed. The riff in it sounds so simple, but it's so catchy and cool. Love it. I mean, I could say great things about almost every song. Got different vibes from different songs. Got some new metal vibes here and there. Some, just thrashy vibes here and there. Just so much content. So much good content. But I'm going to tell you guys my favorite part of the entire album is this little part in Betrayer. Betrayer is a great song, by the way. Fucking awesome song. But I'm going to give you guys a timestamp because I made sure to remember this. 3 minutes and 4 seconds into Betrayer, there's an amazing part. Basically what it is like a drum fill, crazy ass drum fill, and then there's like this wicked guitar lick, and they both go at the same time, and it's just, every time I listen to it, I'm like, wow, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking cool. But yeah, that's like my favorite part of the whole album. Then you also got the part Sever the Hand, which we talked about in our first impressions video. It has like a really thrashy part, and then it drops a tone, and then it's like gets all like just badass, and then buddy,
they go ham on
good.
that song.
So there's not much negative I can say about it, but maybe I'll just give the floor to you. What did you think of it, man? Like after listening to it, what were your give it
one week. I was very entertained in 1 week after listening to this album, just nonstop. It felt amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this album, I found, was very consistent. I'd listen to a song, I'd put it on shuffle or not, and I'd be hyped listening to that song I'm listening to now. I'd be like, oh man, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh, wait a minute, but that one's next, and I love that one too. So I'd be like really excited for the next track to come on.
I wasn't skipping any songs.
The only one that was kind of getting me was Endless Night. Only because you have all these songs, Wretchedness Inside, Beauty and the Sorrow, Revanchist, all of these songs that are great in their own way. Endless Night just couldn't get the grasp on me. I said this last week in our first impression, and I kind of still feel it. It's not that that song is bad, it's just that everything else is like on a completely different level.
Yeah, that's true.
Above that song.
I could agree with that.
Now, you said Otherworlds, it took some time to grow on you, but like in the first impression I liked it, and listening to it more and more, I really saw nothing wrong with that song, which is kind of strange.
The first half of the song is not that good, but the second half redeems it. The second half of the song is way better than the first half, and it definitely it redeems the whole song for me.
But like Endless Night, like that pre-chorus sounds really Foo Fighters-esque.
It does.
So it's like when I listen to that, I'm like, why aren't you doing all the other kind of great stuff that's happening on the other songs on this album? Another one I wanted to talk about was Thrown Into the Fire, because we kind of said that one was meh last week, and I think I know why. This album is a real trip. it takes you places with how fantastic these songs are. So having this one at the very end, it's like you're kind of spent off all of the stuff from previously. It's like you're kind of like, there's nothing else these guys can throw at me. But if you listen to that song on its own, it's actually really cool. It's got really cool energy going on. It's not, you know, too kind of cheesy in a way. It's entertaining, like the rest of the songs in the album. It's just hard to give it a chance for it being the last song because of everything else that happens. So it's hard to be like, oh man, like what's next? It's you're kind of burned out by then. But the song individually is really good and contributes to the consistency of this album. I thought this album was dope. Like I said, like the first, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like just verse 5, I put the album on. I'm like, I can just put this on and it feels great. I don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm not sure if I like that song. It's just great the whole time through. So what do you rate this album?
Rating. Well, I did really love the album. I see a lot of people in the comments saying, you know, it's the best Trivium album since Shogun and things like that. And I'm like, is it the best one since Shogun? I think definitely is. Best since Shogun for sure.
I skimmed a little bit through their discography because I saw that too. A lot of people were comparing it to Shogun, so I looked through Silence in the Snow. I looked through some of that stuff, and I could definitely like say that this is on a higher level than the recent stuff.
But what I'm thinking is, was it better than Shogun? And Shogun's a great album. I love Shogun. I love The Crusade. I love Ascendancy. Those are my top 3 Trivium albums. It'd be hard to put them in order, but I loved all 3 of those albums. Was The Sin and the Sentence better than those albums? And you know what? I'm on the verge of saying yes. I'm on the verge of saying, you know what? This could be my favorite Trivium album to date. These guys locked it down. They sound great. If I had to pick out a negative, I could pick out 2 slight negatives. Number 1 is the placement of the song Other Worlds. Even though I like the song, it's fine. I think the placement on the album was a mistake. I think it should be more closer to the end, maybe track 8 or 9, rather than track, 3? Yeah. That to me is a mistake because I think it kills the momentum of the first 2 tracks, and then it just dips down a little too much for me. Very minor gripe, especially because I like to shuffle albums more than anything. After I listen to them for a few times in their proper order, I like to shuffle them after that anyway. But as an album in order, I think that song should have been later on. Second gripe, another very small one, is I felt like the guitaring was not up to par as previous albums. If you listen to The Crusade, if you listen to Ascendancy, the guitaring is super phenomenal on those albums. This one I thought was a little bit lackluster as far as just being impressed by guitaring. But with all that said, I'm giving this album my toe tag because it's phenomenal, my favorite Trivium album to date, and it's definitely deserving of a toe tag, I think. So that's what it gets from me, easily.
Well, for my rating, I'm not really too familiar with Trivium overall, like coming into this album. So, you know, I couldn't really look at it the same way you were by saying, you know, is this better than my few favorites? But overall, the music was fantastic. I loved listening to this album nonstop. Did not get old for a second. Was not old. Was fresh every time I listened to this album. This album gets my toe tag, meaning this album's got 2 toe tags. Meaning it goes on our list of albums that have received 2 toe tags.
Yes.
And well deserved by Trivium. You guys should definitely check this album out. Holy shit. This album is great, guys. You know, like you said, you took back everything you said about Matt's voice on the title track.
Yeah.
Same for me.
Yeah.
That track is amazing.
It is.
Like, we didn't like it. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't clicking with us, but now listening to the track, it's fucking amazing. You guys should definitely check it out. Oh, what a great album. Great album. Anyway,
Solid.
guys, that's it for us today. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe for more. Let us know now that The Sin and the Sentence is out, would you rank it up there with your top 3 Trivium albums?
Yeah, let us know if you guys like it. I know a lot of people said it's best since Shogun, but is it better than Shogun? What do you guys think? Or is Shogun still the top of the list for you guys? Is it better than The Crusade? Better than Ascendancy?
We're
Let us know
curious.
what you think. Yeah.
Let us know.
Leave the thoughts down below.
Anyway, I'm TV Fish.
And I'm Vile Self.
We'll see you guys later.
Later.